Welcome back to the Navy Sports Magazine presented by Navy Federal Credit Union. Navy Federal Credit Union is a proud supporter of Navy athletics. I'm now joined by men's golf junior Chip Deegan. Chip, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks for having me, Tim.
Absolutely. You've just continued to perform for the midshipmen this year, Chip. Your brother started the academy, but what do you think has gone into yet another year of growth for you as you've posted the lowest score this year of anybody in the Navy program?
Yeah, of course. I think this year together, last year I had some struggles, just getting back on track after the struggles of adjusting to the academy of plebe year. And so coming back this year, I kind of stayed focused and tried to really figure out how to score better rather than just focusing on fundamentals. And I think it's really worked out for me.
Was breaking 74 for an overall average a particular goal of yours going to this year? It's really been something that you've done a fantastic job of keeping intact throughout this season.
Yeah, I would say I definitely wanted to improve upon my scoring average. I kind of sat around that 74 mark for my freshman and sophomore year, and then really wanted to improve and make more of an impact this year. So it's been good to make that impact come true this year. But I wouldn't say I set a specific number to it, but more just wanting to progress and help the team as much as I can, work hard.
Now, you and Chad both have the CHs working, but your name is particularly fitting for a good golfer. Did it have anything to do with the game, or was Chip have something to do with the family?
A little bit more family. Some people like to think it's golf. It's fitting. Both me and my brother have played golf, so it fits pretty well. But my grandpa's brother is named Chip. We have a few Charles in the family, so that's my real name. So definitely more of a family thing, but I like that it applies to golf too.
When you were working to get your scores down, any particular aspect of your game that you really focused on in the offseason as you got ready for being an upperclassman?
Yeah, I think always with my game, I've been a really good ball striker, and off the tee, I've done really well. But just this year, I've focused a lot more on my short game and trying to nail in my chipping and being a much better putter and converting my birdies. And so Coach Dobbs has worked with me with that, and then just putting in the time. That's the most important thing is just putting in the time needed to get better at it. So we all have the technique at the college level. It's just more, can you put in the time and make it almost muscle memory so that when you're in competition, you're not stressed over something like that. So
When you see some of these amateurs competing at, tournaments, the likes of the Masters, do you ever allow your mind to wander and think it would be pretty freaking cool if I got a chance to compete at that level, whether it's as an amateur or as a professional?
yeah, it's definitely cool to think about it. This spring had the chance to play at the same tournaments, and then also with some of these really top players like Luke Clanton, David Ford, a lot of these big name amateurs that are starting to make an appearance on the PGA Tour, and you kind of do realize you're not that far from them, and just cleaning up a lot of those simple mistakes. And uh, yeah, if if it all goes if it all goes well during a tournament, you can hang right there with those guys, and it's definitely cool to think about.
You got that chance against Ford, especially top golfer right now in the country out of North Carolina. What did you see from his approach that maybe inspires you that, like you mentioned, I'm really not that far off from being at the top of the country right now?
Yeah, the thing all those guys do really well is just cleaning up those really simple shots where they don't really get out of position too far too much, but when they do, they take their medicine, go get it back into safe play, and then try to do their best from there. Um, but it's not as much they're hitting that much better of golf shots than us. It's more cleaning up those mistakes and not making the mental errors of going at kind of a sucker pin where it might not be in a good spot, or just staying disciplined with their decision making.
Who was it growing up maybe that gave you this mature
Yeah,
perspective? Because you're very insightful and you've got an even keeled approach to the game. Where do you think that comes from?
yeah. I think growing up, being really close to the game, and my dad grew up playing competitive golf, as well as my brother. Obviously, came and played for Navy as well. But then also being a member of a club growing up where you have PGA Tour players coming in. Jake Knapp and Brian Campbell were definitely very impactful. Being able to see how they play the game and how they approach everything with their practice, and them honestly coaching me a little bit growing up definitely helps. Surrounding yourself with really good players helps a lot. Uh, but honestly, I think it's definitely my dad uh, introducing me to the game, and then anytime any work off time he had, he could come out to. He didn't have to, but he would come out to the course and really uh, give me the instruction I needed to be able to kind of get my play going in the right direction to be able to play college golf.
Well, the reason we're talking to you this week, it's not just your individual success, but you guys are trying to capture another Patriot League title. What is fueling you boys as you get ready for this weekend?
Definitely, I think the main thing for us is we're really trying to play for each other. We have kind of had our strides. Each person's had their own individual success throughout the season, as you said. But when you come down to the end of the season, the atmosphere around practice definitely comes a little bit more focused, and everybody really wants it. So it's exciting to see that the team kind of trending in that direction. But definitely, once we get there, it's just play for each other, do your thing right, and if we play well, we should win. We're a good enough team, and just gotta apply ourselves.
Ask Sue Lee a similar question on the women's side. She had a lot of success previously playing at that course, and then the women end up taking care of business and winning the conference. Do you have a similar feel of confidence as you enter this weekend?
Definitely, I've heard a little bit about the Bucknell course up there, from like the past coach as well as my brother who got to play there while he was at the academy. But then also just approaching it just as another tournament, not trying to make the moment too big almost. And seeing kind of what the course setup is, more of a short course where you're hitting more irons off the tee and much more strategic, small greens, that kind of thing. So being able to approach it the right way going in and having the right game plan for when you get there so that you're not stressing out on the first tee is definitely important.
How do you mentally prepare to make sure that your physical game is at its best come the day of the tournament?
Yeah, I think throughout the season, you definitely go through ebbs and flows of different parts of your games are doing well. Uh, but I think going into it, like this week, we're really focusing on uh, having a range day, a wedge day, where you're uh, focusing a lot on your swing technique, but then also you'll the next day you'll spend like chipping and putting, making sure that technique's good and you feel good. And then we like to go out and just play. So getting time on the course where you're putting yourself in real situations where you have to make a decision uh, is honestly what's best once you know your game's in the right place. So we're just excited to get out there and be able to feel the pressure, and it's a really cool moment to be able to be playing for a Patriot League championship in a couple of days now.
Well, this final question might be rhetorical, but what in your eyes looks like a successful culmination to your junior year with this program?
Definitely. I I the main goal for us coming into this is obviously win a team championship. I want to do well individually as much as anybody else. I think it comes down to uh, focusing on what I can do well. I'd love to come out on top, but to me, the team stuff matters way more, and I think it just means more for the team's legacy, like the legacy I leave behind. If I'm like down the road, leaving a name on that a banner in our indoor facility, being able to say we won a Patriot League championship as a team, that's what's really cool.
Awesome. Chip, thank you so much for your time, man. Best of luck this weekend. We'll be rooting for you.
Thank you.